Hi and welcome to 103 Park Street, otherwise known as the Thomas Williams House. A beautiful, that's actually, we'll talk about 1.5 story Second Empire residence. Why is it Second Empire? Well, mansard roof. That's going to tell you almost every time. Term of the day, you want a new architectural term. This sort of tower bay in the front would be really called a frontispiece, it's called. Nice iron cresting at the top. The reason I said 1.5 story, and this is a bit of a detail about Second Empire, that mansard roof, all those windows, that full height, that full story is actually in the roof. So it does not qualify as a story. And that's on purpose. You used to be taxed on your house based on numbers of stories. So this style actually became popular because it actually reduced your taxes. You could actually have a full height on the second story, but if it was in the roof, it was considered half a story. So this is actually a 1.5 story building, even though it's a large, really a 2-story building. So the Thomas Williams House. Thomas Williams was an accountant and chief accountant and treasurer for the ICR, the Intercolonial Railway. What's really cool about executives from the railway is a lot of them weren't from this area, but they came to town, built beautiful houses that still exist, and we get to keep this legacy of architecture in the city. So really cool. Built in 1883. There's a sort of I call it a sister property, a big blue Second Empire house over on Stedman Street, the Mackenzie House. So in 1883, we have a hand-drawn bird's eye view map of Moncton. 1881, it's not there. 1888, we have one. It's there, and this is in a field. It's the outskirts of town. So he built really on the outskirts of town. Really cool. So a little bit more about Mr. Williams. Very involved in oil and gas in the area, a lot of religious social groups he was involved in, so really was a citizen of Moncton, really entrenched himself. The city of Moncton owns this building now, and we maintain it. Really have done a wonderful job maintaining the look and feel. We rent it out to tenants on the inside. We have wedding photography and things like that. So really being used. That is the key to survival of buildings. Use. It needs to be used. It just can't sit empty. So we make sure that this is not empty. We'll leave you with a little tidbit of information. This stuff I mentioned, it's iron cresting, the crestwork up here. You'll notice that there's no crestwork anywhere else, but we have pictures that show crestwork everywhere. Here's the lore, here's the story. Nobody was home except for the kids, and a scrap dealer came by and convinced the kids that were home that their parents wouldn't want that old cresting. They wouldn't want that old stuff, and he will gladly get rid of that for them and do them a favor. The lore also says they might have been traded candy for it, whatever it was. So Buddy goes up and he actually takes down all the cresting to use as scrap. So why do we still have this up here? His ladder didn't reach that high. Thanks for coming.